That mixing the old with the new. Now the old in this case, it's some of the oldest architectural influence you will see on the planet. It's Greek and Roman influences. As we get out from underneath the bridge in front of us, if you look at the bottom of the building, you can still see it kind of right now, but these trees are usually obscuring the view. You're going to see above the doorway in the middle is an arch. That's a piece of Roman architecture. And then above the two side windows at the bottom of that building, there are these pointed structures. Those are Greek. They're called pediments. You carry your eyes up, steel and glass, that's the modern side. At the very top, you'll see it right there. It looks like the Parthenon in Greece, right? That is postmodernism for you, and it's just an example of really how beautiful a building can be in Chicago. Then right next to it, we got 55 West Wacker, which is an example of brutalism in Chicago. Now, brutalism is an interesting style, because with that style, you're not necessarily trying to make your building look good, you're trying to send a message with brutalism. Now, the commonly held belief on brutalism is that it's meant to look ugly or intimidating. That's only sometimes the case, and usually just in the U.S. Brutalism started in Russia in the 40s and 50s, and there it was really just meant to send a message. Then in the 60s and 70s, the U.S. adopted brutalism for restricted government buildings, like NASA bases and military bases. Really good example of this is the FBI headquarters in Boston, Massachusetts. Very brutalist style building. So a lot of people think the word brutalism comes from the English word brutal. It doesn't. It comes from the French word brute, which means raw concrete. Most brutalist style buildings are made of raw concrete. Right next to us here, we have this dark gray building with the silver things in the windows. Those silver things are called mullions. They're meant to reflect sunlight into the building. That building's name is the Leo Burnett Building. It's home to the Leo Burnett Advertising Agency. Now, you may have never heard of Leo Burnett. I know you've heard of their characters, though. Leo Burnett is borrowed of such characters as Snap, Crackle, and Pop, Tony the Tiger, Charlie the Star Pistol, the Pillsbury Doughboy, the Marlboro Man, the Jolly Green Giant, Ronald McDonald, name a few of them. They even wrote the Meow Mix theme song. You know the one. Meow, 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 meow. Not do the whole thing, don't worry. But we do the blame for that, Leo Burnett Advertising. As we get up from underneath the bridge, a little bit further away on the right, you're going to see a brick building. It says Morton's the Steakhouse in giant white letters. Look past that one. You're going to see a green terracotta clad tower at the very top, shining in the sun right now. And a real 24-karat gold leaf is the clock tower of the Carbide and Carbon building. That's real gold. Now, that was designed by the Burnham brothers in 1929. And in 1929, the United States did a little something called the Prohibition, the outlawing of alcohol. Burnham brothers were not too keen on that prohibition. Does anyone want to guess what that building is supposed to look like as a protest? Big old bottle of champagne. Yeah, a champagne bottle. Now, that was debated about for a long time. I even said on the boat that that's not true. It's made to look like the Union Carbide Company's battery they manufactured at the time. But the Architecture Foundation of Chicago found the Burnham brothers' notes just recently, and in their notes it says, let's make this thing look like a big bottle of booze. That's not verbatim. On the right, you'll see a tall, skinny white tower called the Mather Tower. The Mather Tower was first built in 1928 when that building was first completed. It was the tallest building in the world. For 2 weeks, and they got you served. Also, the top 3 floors of the Mather Tower, a few years back, they began to crack and degrade. Instead of fixing them on site, they detached them, flew them to a new location, fixed them there, then flew them back in using a helicopter and attached them to the very top of the building. Now, the last building I'll talk about today is behind us. It's that large building, often compared to a wedding cake. It's got a big square base, and at the very top it has this very, very heavily ornamented dome structure called the Belvedere at the very top of it. That's the Jewelers Building, built 1926 by the very famous architect Frederick Dinkelberg. He's famous. He designed the Flatiron Building in New York City with another architect talked about, Daniel Burnham. Now, he designed the Jewelers Building in 1926 to be a jewelry fortress. Why that